Okay, everyone, this is part two of Crisis in the Leoverse. So yeah, now let's get into the video right now. As right now we see Anti as he is holding his stomach in very much a lot of pain, as he got double punch punched by by One Punch Man Leo and Izumi's 20% punch as well. So yeah, he pretty much got punched in the stomach pretty hard. No, like really, really hard. Like the type of hard you can't escape. Anyway, so pretty much yeah. L pretty much is laughing his ass off and says, "That's what you get, you motherfucking L anti." He is like laughing hard and is unable to contain his laughter. That is until D comes along and says hello to L. L is shocked to see D as he rarely visits. "Ah, hello D. So, how is your, Dekuverse doing?" "They're all doing well. I'm a bit disappointed that the few of them became villains." "Please don't tell me you're thinking about erasing them." "No, I don't think so. I think I'll erase them. Probably they'll change their ways. Once they realize that what they're doing will never change anything, as the process will just repeat itself again. Nothing they do, it will just bring them pain and suffering for themselves. So how is your Leoverse? As it is kind of like a copy version of my metaverse. Well, I am making my own, so you could be a bit nice about it." "Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, what's wrong?" "It's Anti." D goes pale. You can't be serious. Anti? No, 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 no. He's locked away. He's locked away in a dimension that we all created as his prison. There's no way he could get out. D says as he begins to sweat a lot. L, L with a L with his head down, saying, "Yes, it's him. And he's in my universe. He's in my part of the metaverse." "How the hell did he get there?" "I don't know. I don't even know how he got out of his dimensional prison. But he is running amok." Did he come to your part of the metaverse?" Nope, everything is going fine. Except that I am very disappointed at some of the Dekus that became villains." Yeah. I can see the disappointment in your eyes. Anyway, we need to find L before he causes even more destruction. Which part of the multiverse of the Leos did he go to? Well, he ended up going into the Leoverse, the one part that has Leo, as he is the grandson of All for One. D looks at L with eyes wide in complete shock, as the Deku in his Leoverse, in his metaverse, is the son of All for One, or becomes a villain. The other one, the second version, is a girl who becomes a hero. The second version is the two versions are both Izuku Midoriya. Both of them having All for One. One is a villain. The other one is a hero. One is a hero in training. So it's just one. Leo that has All for One's powers. Yeah. Yeah, he is the grandson of All for One. He has a son named Yato Yato Bullseye, as his quirk allows him to steal quirks, but has a time limit for each one that he takes. If he uses it, then the timer starts, and it doesn't stop. I see. I see. Interesting. Why isn't, never mind. Anyway, let's get back to the problem in hand. Let's track down L before he causes any more destruction. Too late. He already caused some very messed up destruction in the universe that I was talking about. So pretty much, yeah. So pretty much, yeah. So pretty much, the Leo got his ass handed to him as his back tendrils were pretty much sliced, as he could feel the pain. So pretty much, yeah. Now we go to, well, Thor's successor, Leo. Oh yeah, he also Leo. It's Al also mentioned. Oh yeah, he also caused some disturbance in the Leo that's done One Punch Man's training, and he caused a bit of destruction, and some of the heroes ended up going to the hospital. But Leo, along with Izumi, took him down together. Sorry guys, it's just that I'm very much used to calling, pretty much like the name Izumi instead of anything else like Sakura or Izuki or anything like that. Anyway, let's just get back to it. Anyway, anyway, we need to. L says we need to find him anyway before he causes any more disturbance than he already has. And now we're at the universe where Leo is the successor of Thor, the god of lightning. The god of thunder himself. As Thor is already at his 500 years, as Guardians can only live for 500 years. As I watch in the lore, or like in the shows or something like that, I don't even care anymore. Anyway, he has already stumbled into his 500 years, and he tries to find a successor. He is near to dying. He tries to find a successor and finds Leo, a quirkless boy. Along with his childhood friend Izumi. Right now we see Leo as he is training to use more of Thor's powers, as it was given to him along with his hammer. His hammer that helps him control his lightning. Helps him with his electrokinetic powers, something like that, like his god lightning. Leo says Leo is a bit saddened that Thor is no longer with him, as he would have loved it if he trained him just a bit more. But Ognir says, "Don't worry, Leo. Thor would be very proud of you, as you are training very hard." Thanks, Ognir. Just call me Lightning Hammer. I like that name. Okay, Leo says as he gives Ognir the weird look. Anyway, let's continue your training. Anyway, I need to continue my training. Ognir then began to shake. What's wrong? There's a disturbance. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's not supposed to be here. Or someone. It isn't right. I feel that it might go to UA. Seriously? Leo says as he puts on his shirt, as he was pretty much training shirtless. He gets his shirt on and puts on his signature sweater. As it has a lightning on it, lightning bolts on it, and he gets his backpack. He goes to UA to alert them that Ognir has sensed danger coming. Once he gets there, he talks to Principal Nezu, alerting him that something is coming to UA and that Opnir. And yes, Principal Nezu knows about Opnir and Thor because he was told by Thor. So told by Thor, yeah, pretty much, yeah, That's what I'm saying. Nezu immediately puts up security, immediately puts it to red alert, danger, level 3, as all the teachers prepare for a fight, as Anti arrives, pretty much creating a big shockwave that blows everyone away, including All Might himself. Izumi, right now is running to UA as she pretty much saw the shock waving blast from her house, from her home, and she's pretty much running over there with One for All. Yes, she has One for All, and she is quirkless, like Leo, but became a successor to All Might. So yeah. Once she gets there, she sees nothing. She sees a complete massacre. The heroes aren't dead. They're just pretty much injured brutally. As Izumi picks up some of the helps up some of the heroes to help them get up, as they're very injured. Recovery Girl comes out of hiding as she was terrified by the scene of what just happened. Recovery Girl snaps out of it as she begins healing everyone as much as she can. But unfortunately, everyone else pretty much is stamina drained, as they as they don't have that much stamina. So her quirk is pretty much useless in this for some of them. Yeah, pretty bad. Izumi then says, "Hey, why don't you call your apprentice Alice?" Recovered Girl then looks at Izumi's eyes wide as she did not think of that. She calls Alice as Alice comes over inside of her motorcycle, as she sees a lot of pro heroes injured. Pretty much injured. Then they hear a loud explosion as they see Leo flying in the air, pretty much sent flying and crashing into the ground. Not where they are, just outside of UA. He is completely battle damaged. A lot of bruises all over his body. He is also bleeding a lot, so completely bleeding, as he did not expect his opponent to be that strong. Leo. Damn it, I didn't expect the guy to be that strong. Oh, Leo says as he struggles to get back up. Alice, his older sister, comes over to him and sees that he's completely battle damaged. She immediately touches his shoulder, puts her hand on his shoulder, and immediately starts healing him, but at the cost of her own stamina. She completely heals him, but restores her stamina. She has a second quirk that allows her to restore her energy. So pretty much, yeah. To restore her energy. Anyway, let's get back to it. They see a man walking out as he is completely shrouded in shadows, as they see only glowing yellow eyes. No, this is not Kirigiri. Sure, he looks like Kirigiri, but a bit different. More like darker than the purple stuff thing. Anyway, he says, "Finally, I found the other part of the dimension spear. Now, I'm almost close. I'm almost there to reviving the Fallen program." He says as some of the heroes that managed to recover get up and ready for a fight. All Might, who was pretty much knocked out from that first blast, gets up as well and fights Anti, all of them at once, but they are all swiftly blown away. Leo fights Anti and pretty much having the upper hand, accessing more power. About 35%. He has trained long and hard. He is going to through 35% of Omnir's power of the power he is able to access. It is obviously a brutal fight and tense as everyone tries to duck and cover because of the big shockwaves that are being thrown around. So yeah, everyone else from Class 1A also arrives as they saw the big shockwaves, as they felt the big shockwaves from coming from UA. Everyone arrives as they see a big battle already underway. Everyone tries to help out, but they are also swiftly blown away. Todoroki uses ice to catch them, as he is also battle damage. Leo says, "Don't you dare involve them, asshole. Your fight is with me only." Anti looks at Leo and laughs, and Leo gets a bit irritated. And practically gives Anti the beating of a lifetime. Accessing more power, he is going through 100% as Ovnir says, "Be careful. If you keep accessing more power, you might accidentally hurt you. You could end up with more broken bones than before." That what happened at the battle with All For One. So be careful, you're not fully recovered. I know, Lightning Thunderhammer, I know. Good, thank you for using my nickname. You're welcome. And he continues giving Anti the beating of a lifetime. As Anti says, shit. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I've already got what I want. Anti says as he opens a portal. Leo sees this and flies at him at high speeds, managing to get him before he goes into the portal, pulling him and practically giving him another beating of a lifetime. All Might also joins in, also giving Anti a beating of a lifetime as well. Sure, he may have some embers left of One For All, but he's trying to conserve it his best because he has no choice. So yeah, this battle is a pretty brutal. Anti says, "That's enough!" He says, creating a big shockwave, blowing away both All Might and Leo. Anti says, "I'm out of here." He says, creating a portal as he goes through it. Leo says, "No!" He says now trying to go through the portal, but it closes. Leo then lands on the ground, practically punching the ground, creating a crack on it, saying, "Damn it, he got away." Izumi says, "Was he from the League of Villains?" Leo says, "I don't think so. He's far more powerful than those monsters." But not Toga. She's a pro hero now, and she's a hero in training. She's not one of them anymore. Toga is also there and also cries as Leo does not mix her up with the League of Villains. Up at the League of Villains, Leo sees her and goes over to her and pats her on the head, saying that it's okay, Toga. What happened, happened. There's no need to cry. As everyone tries to recover from what happens, as L is getting more and more frustrated, by the second. And it's a pretty grueling battle for them. As you can see, all the other Leos don't want to wear their shirts while they're exercising, or practically going to sleep. Kind of like me, the one who is narrating this entire thing. So pretty much duh, because, shirts get in the way of sleep and exercise. So yeah. Anyway, Anti. So pretty much, Anti goes back to his dimensional prison. As he sits down, as he sees the big hole he made. A hole he made. Yeah, damn it. That Leo was really strong. I'm not even at full power. I managed to blow them away and get myself some time. Damn it. Just a little longer, my brothers. I will revive all of you, and we will take over the metaverse together. First, the Dekuverse, then the Leoverse. We will annihilate them both. Then, the My Hero Academia verse. We will annihilate all of the metaverses. Of all the metaverse. All of them will die. And we will create our own universe, our own metaverse, where we rule as gods. Where our creations know when to fear us. Both D and L feel a cold chill down their spines as they know that this battle is going to be hard and grueling. L is thinking about recruiting all the other Leos as he needs their help, but he doesn't know if they'll agree. He's a bit unsure about this. D is also thinking about recruiting the Dekus. A bit scared as some of the Dekus are villains. So pretty much, yeah. To him, it's a fucking nightmare for him that he has to deal with this. How do I convince a bunch of some villain Dekus to come and join on our fight? I don't know. Dude. That's your problem. You're cold, you know that? You're deeply cold. Whatever. Anyway, we go into a different Leoverse, different Leo, who is the successor of All Might, who was born quirkless, and also has a villain that's crushing on him. Also has a villain who's crushing on him. And this one is female villain Deku, as she pretty much fell over heels for Leo. As they had a really grueling fight, as she pretty much loved his stubbornness. And made a deal with him if he was able to defeat him and defeat her, then she would go on to the hero's side. Of course, the League of Villains did not like this, including Midoriya's father. All for one did not like the sound of that. But it's her decision. Her father respects her decision, respects what she wants. So yeah. The battle between All for One and All Might happens. As it is a grueling battle, Leo is also there, already trying to save Bakugo. Even though he pretty much hates the guy's, rotten attitude, he doesn't want him to become a villain. He manages to get him out of there by himself, as he did not bring a team like in the original anime. He went solo by himself. He knocked out Kirishima, Momo, and Ito as well, as he did not want to see them get hurt. Then, when he is able to save Bakugo by himself, getting him out of there, but then he is met with Midoriya. As they now have their fight. The fight is long, grueling, and very challenging. Very much brutal as well. As she is not letting up on him, even though she pretty much has a big, gigantic crush on him. Anti also shows up and sees the entire grueling battle, but he avoids it and tries to find the third fragment. Where is that stupid? Then he sees on his tracker, and he sees that it's in the battle. Shit. He says going over to the battlefield, as Leo manages to defeat Midoriya, but he is very much battle damage. Battle damage as Midoriya is also lying on the ground a bit in pain. As she says, well, you beat me, so I guess I'm on your side. All for One sees her daughter on the ground, along with Leo, who is battle damage. Seeing that she lost and now goes to the hero's side, he gets very pissed off that this villain had the tenacity to harm his daughter, and pretty much goes over to Leo and was about to punch him until Anti came out of nowhere and got in the way of the punch, also launching him a bit into some buildings as he gets pissed off and starts brutally beating up All for One. As All for One is now lying on the ground, as everyone thinks that Anti is a hero, as Anti announces that he's not a hero. It's just that he's here to find something. He then looks at Leo as he is still standing as he struggles to walk over to Midoriya, wanting to help her up, as she now belongs to the hero side. Anti goes over to him as Leo looks at him. Anti pretty much sends him flying through a few buildings. Everyone sees this and believes that Anti is a villain. All Might also goes over to him and practically punches Anti, but Anti says this is tedious and annoying. He says, blowing away All Might. As he looks over to Midoriya, he says, wow. Just wow. He says now looking away from her, but not before kicking her in the stomach, kicking her hard in the stomach, making her vomit a bit of blood. As he digs up the ground, as he sees the fragment, he picks it up and says, I'm out of here. That is until Leo comes along and practically punches him really hard, sending him flying through a few buildings. Asshole, Leo says. Then battle between Anti and Leo begins, as it is a very brutal battle. Very brutal, actually, super brutal. All Might joins in along with Midoriya. She's a bit hurt, but she can still fight. So pretty much, yeah, Anti managed to escape, making a clone of himself, making a shadow-like clone of himself, not like Naruto style shit. But anyway, Midoriya becomes a hero. Yay! Anyway, let's go. It's the end of the video, and see ya, everyone. Booyah, babies!